No, what my point is, I'm in that field, and that's what I do,
Yeah.
and I'm agreeing with you. So you're on to something, okay?
Well,
I left. I
I
left in.
guess.
I left in
Sorry.
'07 to do this kind of stuff because I see the future of where it's going. So,
Well, yeah, and
so that's good that you're thinking that way. Good job.
well, and I also started thinking that way too because before I graduated, I did a couple internships at some affiliates in Tucson.
Yeah.
And I did a sports internship. And while I was there, I started to realize what I didn't know that I didn't like about the industry. Not everything has its flaws, but what I in working with my coworkers and how they did things, and when I was out in the field shooting, doing camera work or editing highlights, I remember certain things that I wish we could include that we couldn't include, or that my boss wanted to include. And so it got to the point where, especially being a woman in sports, it's hard for men in that. Well, I dealt with them not really taking me seriously. So when it came to the end of the internship, and I had done everything they asked for, I had asked questions the whole time. When it came to the end of the internship, I went to ask him for a letter of recommendation, and he wouldn't give it to me.
Yeah, that's just a bad experience, though.
Yeah.
It's not across the board.
No. But I just was like, well, maybe there's other ways and other avenues, but.
Yeah. The good thing about this space is you're in control of your own destiny. So
Yeah.
whatever you can do and whatever you can accomplish, you're going to be able to do great, Whereas TV stations and stuff, you've got a lot of people that are going to. I loved it. It was the greatest thing ever, though. I'm not going to downplay it. It was awesome. But I know that there's limitations to it. But still, it was a great career. But I know what you're saying. Basically, your destiny is controlled by people telling you how great or how much you can move up. Where in this space, if you get enough following, you're in control of your own destiny.
Yeah, and not to say that I don't respect the industry as a whole. I mean, I'm watching sports daily, But what I'm saying is that sports for me was the outlet to get away from the gossip and political fodder that we always hear in the news. And now it just has seemed like it's gossip every day about what team or what manager, what coach, what player. And I'm like, what happened to inclusion of all that we used to have? It just seems like it's shifted and people aren't focusing on the things they used to, even 10 years ago. So.
Ken, what do you think?
I definitely think that's a good, valid point, and there's definitely seems to be a disconnect, I think, between athletes and fans, and I think Google Plus and making connections can help. And I also understand. I think it's been a while since even now. I mean, I was out of a full-time job for a while, and just even that, the disconnect and it's us against them kind of mentality of people in the sports industry sometimes.
Yeah, that's how I feel out of college trying to find a job.
It's like, nanny, I got a job and you don't. And, it's so political at times, that it can be frustrating because not the smartest person always gets the job, for sure. And I'm sure that happens in every industry. I've never worked in anything else but sports, but I'm sure that happens in Chris's industry for sure. Because I've seen some on-air talent that are much better looking than Chris Yates. So.
Everybody's better looking than me. There's no doubt about that. That's why I had to work harder.
So yeah, anytime y'all want to join a sports chat, just let me know.
Well, I will this week because I think I'll be settled into Knoxville by then. And
sweet, yeah. I wanted to get in the hockey spirit, so hockey playoffs are heating up. So
I've sat there to Game 6 and watched the Stars lose when.
I also celebrated the Stars winning a championship, which was awesome.
Yeah, I got a picture of the Stanley Cup over my head somewhere from when I was at the Stars. Although it kind of sucked because we officially merged the Rangers and the Stars that week. So although we were working as a Ranger rep, we were doing Stars. We didn't get a partake in any of the celebration. We didn't get a ring, anything like that, which kind of sucks. Not that it would have meant anything.
Were you at the Stars at that time?
I was at the Rangers, and we merged. Like, literally, the Stars moved into the ballpark the Sunday morning after they won the Cup in Buffalo.
Okay.
That Monday after they won the Cup was the first day the Stars and Rangers offices were mixed at the ballpark, which, by the way, will be our topic on this week's Twitter chat on ticket sales.
Hey, Charles, go ahead and open it to the public, man. If people aren't jumping in now, then they missed out. We usually, just so you know, Brooke, we usually sell out, so this is very disappointing that you showed up on a non-sellout.
It's open.
But we normally have this thing where there's at least 9, 10. So we're going to open it up to the public. Let's see what happens.
Well, I can't stay the whole time, but I wanted to pop in for a little while and say hello. And
Are you going to wait till Kevin Mench gets on?
yeah,
You ever met him before?
I have not.
Menchie's a really good guy.
He is. Hey, give me a little background on him. I covered him and stuff. Well, I remember him being called Shrek and stuff.
Yeah.
And he hated that when he was a player, right?
You would know more than that. I don't know if he hated it or not.
He just didn't like it, but now he's leveraging it and loving it.
Yeah, I think there was at some point that he turned the corner and embraced it a little bit.
That's what I meant, yeah. I want to ask him about that.
So, and I don't know if you looked at his feed or anything, but I think he does a really nice job on Twitter, engaging and such. So, that might be something to ask about his philosophy or, why he started doing that, when he started doing that, and things like that.
Right. Brad, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. You guys hear me?
Hey, Brad. How's it going?
What's up, Brad?
Brad.
Hey.
Hello.
Brad.
You're on, Brad. I like that flag you got, buddy.
Oh, yeah, thank you. It's the one
Where'd
one
you
right
get
behind
that?
me. Do what?
Where did you get that shot?
Which one? The one behind me?
NASCAR event?
The flag right behind me?
No, we can't see. I can't see your picture. Can you guys?
I can, yeah.
I'm talking about the one on your profile.
Yeah, that's what I did with that is I got that from a picture. Our first night race 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we had like pyro.
Okay.
In Victory Lane, and that's kind of the top portion of the shot. With
cool.
Like
I love it.
Off when the driver gets out of the car and everything.
And you're with Atlanta Motor Speedway?
Yes, sir.
I've been covering Texas Motor Speedway since '91.
Okay, great. So
I know all about it. I didn't go this weekend though.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I knew a few of those guys. I met like 2 races ago. I met Eddie. I know.
Yeah.
Mike and Zizzo and Jeff. A couple of those guys.
Yeah, Zizzo's great.
Yeah, he's good. I don't know if you guys saw. A few years ago, Texas Motor Speedway did an April Fool's prank, like a news release, and the whole thing was a joke, but they took a little bit of a flack for it. So
what was it?
I forget what it was. It was kind of like the whole thing was made up, about. I think they've had a thing about how they're going to make the whole thing a dirt track, or they're going to reconfigure.
Oh, really? Huh.
It's one of these April Fool's news releases that there's like text at the bottom where if you read what you figure it out, but it took a little bit of grief over it. So
I don't remember that at all.
But
I remember something about that.
This was not long after Tiger Woods had his his press conference apology.
Yeah.
So they had a staged press event where Eddie Gossage goes up to speak and does an apology speech similar to what Tiger Woods said, and
gotcha.
Did the whole receiving line hugging everybody as he
left. Oh, that's funny.
As he left. So.
Hey, Chris, what's happening?
Not much. How you guys doing tonight?
It's been a while.
Good. Hey, Chris.
I took 2 weeks off, man.
That's
Chris,
awesome.
What's up, man?
I'm great. Can't complain.
Y'all didn't really need me. Y'all did great.
We still don't need you. If you need to check out anytime, I think we got
know
this.
that.
Sam, how are you?
I get it. I understand, brother. Hey, man, you're only as good as your last. Hey, you're only as good as your last hangout. I get it.
It's Pam.
That's
Hi,
true.
Pam.
What's up, Pam?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. If this thing will load, that would be great.
But Brad, I'll probably be seeing you. When are y'all doing another event at Atlanta Speedway?
As far as I know, we'll probably have one event for the truck nationwide and Cup side separately, kind of leading up to the race.
When's the Cup one?
Labor Day weekend.
Okay. Yeah, I won't go to that. Sorry.
Hey, Chris, you weren't on here the other night, but you're gonna like Brad. This kid's sharp. He knows what he's talking about.
Awesome.
That's right.
Giving you a little more love, Brad. Matt, and you can meet Brad, Brooke.
Hello, Brad.
How's it going?
And this young man is Christopher.
Which
Christopher from
Christopher?
LSD.
I know, Chris.
And this, of course, is Pam
And
on the outside.
eventually we're going to fix, eventually one day Chris will get a really solid LSU background.
Someday. Well, Charles already told me I can't have my sign in the background, so.
Why, Charles?
It's fine.
It breaks the on-air rules.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's got a logo on it.
Forget that. I'm going to be getting sponsors here soon. I don't care what they say.
What was the logo? I forget. Not that you can say it.
A certain bank that has a capital number 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Then what the hell are we doing this show for, Charles, if we can't monetize it down the road? I'm not hanging out with these people just for fun. You told me eventually we could get sponsors. We can't hear Charles. Charles' audio's been off tonight.
Well, you said type it in the chat.
Yeah.
My audio is running a bit slow. Oh, gosh. And you're the producer of this damn show? Horrible.
Wow. He's back, folks. Chris Yates.
Hey, I stirred it up this week, and I want everyone's opinion about this one. Are you ready?
I can talk to y'all, but I hear things like 5 seconds after it happens.
I hear people. I hear dead people.
No, I see dead people.
Oh, sorry. Good.
All right.
Okay.
Pam's
I
getting
want
ready
Joe's
for a
opinion.
hangout.
Pam, where do you think you're going?
She's going to go finish making her food.
I ran her off. Okay. So, I want Joe's opinion because I think this is ridiculous and it fires me up. Not many things fire me up. Okay. So, the New York Rangers
I'm just
number 1 seed, okay? And I start tweeting about this and I catch so much crap. You know what? I want to give them crap back because I think that organization is lazy, ridiculous, and they're blaming Twitter. So they banned, hold on, I'm fired up here. They banned Twitter to their athletes. They let them do it during the regular season, but the playoffs start, and they will not let them tweet anymore, okay? Because they want them to be focused. Really? Okay, then why don't you ban cell phones, ban family, ban kids, ban all that nonsense?
Can we get church?
Well, my thing is, I mentioned this the other night, I mean, how much of this is just Tortorella just being, torts,
And by the way, they lost last night. Good.
Yeah.
1-1.
Blame that on Twitter, I guess. I don't know.
well, and the NHL just suspended Hagelin 3 games for elbowing.
Yep.
So maybe they're in trouble with the Google hockey gods.
I think they're in trouble with the Twitter gods, and they're going to get like the SI Jinx, and they're going to lose in the first round. And you know what? It's going to be a bigger story that they weren't allowed to tweet.
You know the problem I have with this, Chris, is when was the last time the New York Rangers were actually relevant in hockey in the NHL?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've kind of been an afterthought for the last few years, right? I mean,
Yep.
So now they're hot and they're good and they're in it and they've got a chance to win the Stanley Cup, and they want to kill all the momentum they have of building up, more engagement and more fan following.
Be honest about this for a second, okay? What do you think about teams that panic and blame social media for distractions? So what about the regular media?
Yeah,
what
man,
about
what is
cell
kind of
phones?
it's like it's not a distraction during the
I'm
season.
sorry, I think it's ridiculous.
That was
What
my
about
first
the
thought.
fan
Are they going to ban post-game interviews, too? I mean, are they
That's
going to
right.
ban...
Thank you, Chris. Sing my praises. Go, man.
Just,
Fired
similar thing, but yeah. I mean,
What
I
about
would
banning
agree.
personal appearances during the season? I mean, that's
I know.
not focused on their job.
Hello,
What's up,
E.
Wallace? All right, Kevin Mench should be coming on. Do we get him on, or does he know how to get on?
I think he knows. I think he's. We traded a couple of notes. He said he's all good, ready to go.
Or are we sold out there, Charles?
Looks like we got one slot left.
I count 8.
Okay, I can't add.
Well, 7 plus Pam, who's off doing something else.
You know Pam is cooking. This is what she
I'm
does right now.
food so I can eat and function. I have not eaten anything all day, so.
Pam, you always eat on Hangouts, by the way.
Pam, we're just happy you're
Because I
back.
don't have time, any other time to do it. So I can
We have
either
2 slots
starve
left.
myself and chat with you fine people, or eat
Oh,
while
thank
I'm
you.
chatting.
How come everybody's disagreeing with me on Twitter, but on the Hangout everyone's agreeing with me? Pam, what's your opinion on that?
What?
Do I follow you on
what?
Twitter?
Everybody follows me on Twitter. Pam. I'm just kidding. Pam, I said the New York Rangers organization is lame for banning their players to not do a Twitter when they let them do it during the regular season because the coach said they need the players to focus. But he doesn't ban cell phones. He doesn't ban media. He doesn't ban post-game interviews. He doesn't ban family coming out. What do you think of that? That's kind of a slanted question.
I agree that it's, I don't know if lame is the choice of words I want to use.
Okay, how about
But I
pathetic?
agree that I
Ridiculous.
I don't know about pathetic. It's just, I think they're banning it for the wrong reasons. And I think that if they're going to ban that, I agree. I think they should ban everything that is tempting or whatever. That means not
Amen.
going on the internet, not using their cell phones,
No Facebook,
whatever.
nothing.
But the reason that they're saying to ban it is they don't want distractions. But
Yeah,
if
they want focus.
people are educated enough to understand what the social media is actually used for, and they educate them to teach them about that, then it wouldn't be a distraction. So
It's
I think
short-sighted.
their morals are kind of off. But
Yes, and they lost last night, Pam.
yeah, well,
Was it Twitter's fault?
and I don't think it's a question of social media. That's the problem, obviously.
E. Wallace says people get carried away on Twitter. Speak up, my friend.
We can't hear
We
you.
can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I have a lot of political friends that just get a little bit carried away on Twitter.
But is it Twitter's fault or their fault?
That's probably why they're banning them from being able to use Twitter. I mean, cell phones, they don't get carried away on the cell phones.
But is it the Twitter fault? Is it the tool's fault or the idiot's fault?
It'd be the idiot's fault for being a little carried away with it, yeah.
But people blame the wrong thing. That's my point. They blame the tool and not the fool. Oh, man, that was good. I honestly did not plan that one. That one just came out.
Wow, the CEO of the New Jersey Nets is rooting against the New Jersey Devils.
Why?
His brother is the president of the Panthers.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew that.
Pam took off. She has to go cook, I guess.
Again. Yeah, Brett's brother, or Michael, is the CEO of the Panthers in the, the Bank Atlantic Center, where they play?
Well, my topic on Tuesday is because the Panthers and Hornets are merging their business operations, correct?
Hey, Brooke, do you know that we're also following SB Chat on
Thanks,
Twitter as
thanks,
well?
Brooke.
Do you follow that?
What's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just
Thank
don't
you.
have you. I follow everybody else. I just don't have your Twitter handle.
No, that's all right.
Brad, I know you're trying to say something. Who is it?
I thought everyone
Yeah,
it's
followed.
got-
it's St. Louis
SB chat?
Saints also is bound to Hornets. Or the, yeah. Yeah, the,
I like
or
all
the
the sweet
Saints.
blood in here. Here comes Rob. What's up, Rob?
How are you? How are you? Just checking out. I've never been on the air before.
You're on the air, dude. Way to go. You finally got in. Are we that
All
special?
right.
Have we been that difficult to
What
get
are
on?
you all watching?
What are we
No,
watching?
it's just that I've seen broadcasts. I've been in Hangouts, but not on
You
air.
mean we actually have viewers? It's amazing.
And
One or two, maybe. Rob, what do you do?
I teach. I'm in Southern California. Teach international students and working professionals things like new product development, global logistics, and international trade.
Cool.
How about y'all?
Well, we want to welcome you as our first-time viewer and only viewer and first-time caller. Thanks for being on the air.
And where are you? What are you? What's this up to?
Oh, it's we're just talking sports, man. Haven't
Yeah.
you seen the show? You're a regular viewer, aren't you? Hey,
Yeah,
Charles.
yeah.
We
yeah.
have viewers, dude. You've made it. You have
Right.
made it. Yeah,
I've made it.
baby. Woo!
Where are you calling from?
Charles, you can retire.
I'm telling you, man.
Where's the call coming from?
We're calling from, let's see, we got from left to right, Atlanta, Phoenix, Baton Rouge, or LSU, Baton Rouge, right, Chris? Dallas.
Dallas.
E, I'm not sure where you're from. E?
E. Wallace.
Phoenix.
Charles,
From Hampton Roads, Virginia.
Charles in Virginia. I'm in Dallas. The pouty one there that's hungry, Pam, is from the D.C. area, correct?
E. Wallace is from Phoenix as well.
Yep.
All right.
Arizona's representing.
Yeah. We have 2 Dallas.
Well, whatever.
Well, for another 2 days.
Hey, now.
My daughter lives in New Orleans, so I go with that. She'll be a proxy. I guess it would be the Aints that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Brad.
No, man.
Owner of the Saints bought the New Orleans Hornets, too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. He's a San Antonio guy, right?
Yep.
Nice.
One of the social for tick sales people reached out to me and said, "Hey, let's talk about this this Tuesday." So that's what we're going to talk about.
Oh, by the way, do y'all like my new shirt?
Solid.
Oh, that's nice. What's it? Is that something from a golf tournament in?
Yeah.
Did you get that at the Masters?
It was beautiful, dude.
It's the United States with a little flag in it. What does that mean?
I don't know. It was interesting. It was my second time to go. I'm probably not going back.
Why
Was
not?
that bad of an experience, or?
No, it's
US Masters.
really you don't go there to watch golf. You go there to smell the grass and lay down and no, I'm serious. I really could care less about golf.
Yeah.
All I did was go to see every hole, and by the way, they're playing golf. Like Phil Mickelson was right next to him. I'm like, I'd rather go look at the next hole. It's really about the experience and the atmosphere, and I bet you Brad would know all the same about it. But I will say this, Bubba Watson is legit. I love that passion. I love that emotion. And it's the first time I've ever seen a golfer
Nice guy.
win a tournament, and this is never in my career I've ever seen this, where other golfers are waiting to give him a hug. You've never seen that before. I thought that was cool.
He's just a darn nice guy. I met him in January, randomly, in Arizona. And he's just passionate, and like you said, and he's the only one, too, that's never watched footage on his swing. He's just a natural at playing the game, too. And the way he hooked that shot was...
You never got a lesson, right?
No, and he's never looked at footage of his swing, ever.
Wow.
That's just crazy, but awesome.
Yeah, and the way he hooked that shot in sudden death, I don't know if Tiger could do that.
No, did you see it? Did you follow him on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, that's a guy who's going, I'm a Christian, I'm a family man, I'm a husband. Oh, and by the way, I'm a PGA golfer. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Legit. Although this story's old, sorry.
Well, nice to meet you guys. I'm off to the Coachella Live Woodstock Wannabe concert.
Well,
Excellent.
Thanks for
Nice. That's always a good
participating.
time.
Good to see you.
Thanks for interacting, dude.
See ya. Bye. Have fun.
Hey, be nice to that guy, Charles. He's a viewer. All right, where's Kevin?
Well, now we got a spot free.
Do you want to? Do you have his cell phone number?
He's still dealing with his children right now.
What? We don't have time for that nonsense.
I direct messaged him on Twitter, and
No, that's cool.
he said that he was still busy. I mean, he responded immediately afterwards.
Well, when he gets on our deal, we're gonna.
Do you want to bug him?
Yeah.
I'll hit him.
No, Ken, I'm gonna dog him a little. You just hang in there.
No. I'm so.
We're gonna
saying
give him hell.
Hell yeah.
What do you have kids for?
Dude, if we were ESPN or Fox Sports Network, he would be on
Why
time.
do you have kids? Put them to bed.
I
early.
need respect for Google Hangout. Oh my gosh, really?
Wow, I just pulled that up.
God, no.
What?
Jumping off Ben
Pam
Hill
said
Griffin
someone just
Stadium.
committed suicide.
Who?
What
Some
stadium
kid,
is
I don't
that?
know.
Ben Hill
Florida.
Griffin Stadium. It says there's no word if it was a student or a Gainesville, or just like a Gainesville resident.
University of Florida.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Did it just happen?
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess earlier today, yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh,
Or
well.
tonight.
That is awful.
What happened? I'm not seeing it.
That sucks.
It's in the chat.
Somebody somebody committed suicide jumping off of Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
that's bad.
Pam, are you still on?
Yeah, I'm on.
I don't see her down low here.
I'm on there.
She's
I
bottom
see
right.
everyone else.
Maybe
Next
my thing is messed up.
It's Charles, Ken, and then her.
Yeah.
I'm on the end as usual.
Sorry, I don't see
So
you.
if Brandy
Oh,
comes,
wow.
she'll be all the way on the left.
It doesn't
Probably.
show a live video, it just shows her avatar.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. Okay. Let's
Is mine
get
not floating? Oh, everyone else can see me though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Good
see
you.
you.
You know, the positions change when the video is recorded and we have it at YouTube.
Well,
Yeah, they do.
So,
hey,
so
Charles,
we can do
you press
YouTube
the
videos
like?
now,
If the
Charles?
Hangouts are
Just
being...
kidding.
No, I'm trying to keep it down a little bit because we're waiting on Mench to be available.
But we can do YouTube
Okay.
videos now?
We could do a view though. They're always recorded.
No,
yeah,
I'm
do
saying,
at least like a walk.
no, before you said we couldn't pull on-air broadcast, we can't pull up video and show video. Are they allowing that
think
now?
so. They've
It's
been
live
testing
right
it, and I
now.
think they're in the middle of doing testing again tonight, and that's why this thing's being buggy. We've had a lot of issues like every Sunday, so I think that's when they do some
Probably because the
testing.
most people are on using the internet.
Right.
Hmm.
The internet's getting full. We're about at
Yep.
capacity.
Here we are.
I'm waiting for the first question from SB Chat.
It's up there. Hockey.
Yeah, it's about the hockey dasher board signage.
They need to ask about the...
That's for Thursday SB chat. Or that's for
Alright.
Thursday social media chat, I'm sorry.
Here's Jason.
You know this is a sponsorship heavy chat.
Jason, what's up?
Oh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can actually watch this. You can actually watch this in my YouTube stream.
All right, I'm gonna. You know
on
what? I'm
YouTube
stirring
under
up.
CM Hogue
We're gonna stir up SB Chat. I
or
want
Charles
to know.
Hogue.
What's
I'm
the
gonna do
link
the-
there, Charles?
I'm putting it into the chat right now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll
Apparently
put it
it
into
was
the
a
hangout here too. There's the
Florida,
shortened
Chris.
link.
A gaga. Those links never work for me. It always puts me on the search engine.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna.
Aguaqua.
All right, I'm gonna change
Not
that first
really.
question real quick. Y'all don't mind me shifting gears on those guys?
What
Oh
browser
my
do you use?
god, it's done with. Let's move on.
No, it's not done.
Question.
Are you still talking about the Rangers?
Yes, we're gonna get this thing going.
Did they turn you down for a job or something? Is that
No,
what-
I just want to
Okay.
fire it up, man. I hate organizations.
Yeah, but you've been doing that like the past 3 days.
I've been doing it longer than that, actually. I'm gonna do it the entire playoffs, Pam.
You brought it up over a beer the other night, didn't you?
Yes.
At the Quake
Pam, they
Games.
will not hear the end of me. I will knock them out of the playoffs. I will single-handedly knock them out of the playoffs from the pressure they hear, the wrath. Plus, it's fun.
Hear a bunch of typing.
Brooke, I threw that out because I heard Bubba Watson replied like to 100 people personally
He did.
that thanked him.
Well, I just retweeted it, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, he was cool, man. I like his style.
I read an interesting article on Mike Tyson today about his use of social media and Twitter.
Yeah,
Mike
he was
Tyson
on,
is
he was on
hilarious.
Fox LA the other day.
Yeah, he's killing it.
And I've heard, I actually was talking to a friend the other day that actually met him one time in an airport and said he's like one of the nicest guys. Like,
Really.
yeah. And he even, my friend even asked him why he bit the ear of the guy, and Tyson told him. Like, he even went that far. Yeah. But he even told him the reason why he did it. And it was just like, I guess if you just get him in a situation, he just...
I told you, Lou likes that question. Here, I knew Lou would get fired up on that one. Where is it?
Yeah, I mean, as bad as the most recent Rocky movie was, I think the highlight for me was seeing Mike Tyson in the crowd.
You mean the last one, Rocky Balboa? I thought it put a nice bow on the whole series.
It was
really? I thought that was the worst one out of all of them.
Rocky
Rocky 5. Rocky 5 was the worst one.
Yeah,
which one was Rocky 5? With the Russian?
That was bad.
Was that against
You guys are gonna have to see the Google Plus debate about sports movies and how some people said Rocky 3 was the worst.
Which one was Rocky 5? The Russian?
Rocky 5 was the one where he fought him in the street.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, they have the guy who was pretty much Don King guy from came into the scene and all that.
Yeah. Johnny Morrison, who I saw at Spring Break 1993 in South Padre.
I love sports movie talk. I still think Bad News Bears gets no respect.
Then let me give you this link then.
Great. I think it should be top 5.
Bad News Bears.
Bad News
That was
Bears.
filmed right down the house from my childhood home.
I love Bad News Bears.
Hey, I guess since we're...
Charles, I'm going to buy you a microphone. We can't hear you.
This is weird. Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
No, I have a microphone. This thing is just really weird. You can't at all?
No, I can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Okay, so on YouTube now we can see how many people are watching. We actually have 1 dislike.
Good. Oh, boo. We don't like you either.
But
get
yeah,
off
I mean, at
get
least
off
we're
our
getting
channel.
statistics now on
Does it say who it is?
that we're doing.
Hey, can they comment?
2 are watching now.
All right.
Yeah,
Who's ever watching right now, ask us.
Well, I don't think they're watching anymore.
Oh.
Yes, they can.
Okay, well, they can ask a question. Fire away.
Wait, can they comment?
Yes, they can. They can
No,
ask a
I
question.
can't see all that.
Yes, they can. On the comment,
Yeah, view all comments.
On the right.
One of them
right
says
of the-
hello. First off.
Because I said
Wow,
hello
3 are
earlier.
watching. Yes, they can.
I know they can.
Yes, they can.
Okay, well, ask it.
That's
Whoever's
awesome.
out there, can
This is
you?
really exciting. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Our 2 viewers, ask a question.
We have 3 now.
3. Oh my
That's
gosh,
it.
we're tripling this thing.
When you go from 2 to 3, that's not tripling, Mr. Longhorn.
No, it was 1 to 3. I thought. That's tripling. Oh, forget it. Math is irrelevant. Just get some people watching this darn show. Charles, you told me we had millions. I'm getting off this thing.
Oh, I can't leave comments. That's
You should be able to.
Charles.
You just type in there.
Charles, where are you getting the comments from? On the page?
over to the right side. Yeah, on the YouTube page. The link that's in the
I just typed in
chat.
yay.
I don't know where
Yeah.
you're looking.
I
On
haven't seen these yet, because that's all
YouTube,
I
on
have
the
to read.
YouTube link.
Goodness gracious.
Although you may have to pause the broadcast.
Goodness gracious.
Although you may have to pause.
See?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody
that's
like
bad.
this. Let's see if that'll change. Hey, we got 2 likes and 1 dislike.
All right.
Question, what is the meaning of life?
Good. That person who's right, we're going to go chase them down.
Who has that on? Because it's
Yeah, take
feedback.
that question.
But no,
Charles,
Charles,
something like the New York Rangers.
there's another place where they can comment. You're the
Yeah,
producer.
you can also click pop out and pop that.
Hold on,
comment
folks.
there, yeah.
Charles, focus here, producer. You
Yes.
are the one that's supposed to be the brains behind this, for goodness sakes. You know where else they can do it? They
Hold
can
on,
go
somebody's audio is messed up.
to yours.
Probably mine.
Charles, they can go to the actual Hangout live page where we're going live on Google Plus, and they can comment there.
That's what the
You know how
guy.
to find that?
What's with the guy rooting for Georgia to get hit by a tornado?
Are you with me or against me, Charles? Or should I ask that question? Let's see if anybody's commented.
No, let's see. I've got...
That's where I've directed everyone to.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I've got chat up, the box for YouTube, and you guys on the bottom. This is good.
Awesome. This is great.
No, I can't.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
I follow you now.
Oh, wow. You just tripled my thing. I only have one follower. So does that mean I have to follow you back?
If you want.
Let me see what you're like
good
tonight.
content, yes, follow her back. If not, don't.
I'm in. I'll follow you back.
I posted a link to the YouTube comments for this broadcast.
Chris, do
Okay.
you have your YouTube feed on?
Do I? No, I did, but there was too much echo, so I got out of it.
Yes.
Just hit the pause, or the mute button. That's what I did.
Right, all you have to do is pause it. Somebody else does, though. There's still an echo going on. Ken, is it you?
I thought that I had it. Paused.
Is that just to the comments? Okay,
Yeah, that's
'cause that would
just
be
to the
awesome.
comments.
I don't think it's me, Chris or Charles.
Yeah, I'm still getting a couple feedback.
I don't think I don't think Kevin Mench is going to get in. We're going to lock him out.
Yeah, he might not.
We're sold out. How cool would that be? Our own guest gets locked out, dude. Let's try and do that, Charles.
There's still only 8 people in here.
Oh, be quiet. There's 9.
I see 8.
Does somebody want to read question 2, and then we can go over what it is?
I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, I don't know. There is a
Just
same
posted it.
question.
I haven't
Just
got it
posted
yet.
it. Jersey sponsorship can be lucrative. Which league? The NBA, NFL, NBA, or
Oh,
MLB?
God,
would
fast
jump in first?
Wi-Fi. I'm not there yet.
Reread it,
They're
Chris.
talking about.
I think Derek Dockett is watching because he tweeted that he wants me to answer the meaning of life question.
Good.
Hi, Derek. Glad to have you. The question is, which of the Big Four leagues do we think would be the first on board with jersey sponsorship?
Of which ones? What are the big 4? NFL?
NBA, NFL, NBA, MLB.
NFL doesn't need it. What's the other one? NBA?
NBA.
I'd say MLB.
NHL or MLB.
I'm going to say NHL.
I said MLB.
I'd say MLB just because with baseball it's a little slower pace. You can see the.
Watch it. Don't get Ken riled up, dude.
Well, that's not bad. I mean, that's.
Well,
I'm
they
not
are
saying
just.
it's
I mean,
negative
they're
thing.
standing there for a lot of the time. They're
Yeah, I mean
just
that's what.
staring.
Yeah.
Hey, Yates,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean the players are. It's.
we're
it's
about
a
to
lot
get
more to
Mench
see
on.
Basketball or football players moving a lot more quickly than.
He just
Yeah,
contacted
but
me.
for stop and chip play baseball,
Okay.
much easier to see.
Let's let him sweat it out a little. Don't let him on yet. Tell him to stand by that we're full.
He's having difficulties. I'm going to work with him.
Okay.
We don't like guests that take their time, that think we're nothing.
I think NHL just because if they have a work stoppage, that they're going to be looking at ways to bring back.
Yes.
Well,
You-
increase
the
revenue.
leagues that need the money the most.
Yeah.
And that would be them.
Maybe I'll actually answer that on the Twitter chat.
Do it.
I'm going to go tweet.
Don't steal my tweet now, dude. Let's see who types faster.
It's going to be you.
Purists.
The purists.
Just to let everybody know, when Kevin comes on, we're not going to have too much time with him. He's
What?
got some family in town. He is going to talk for a few minutes and then let everybody, ask some questions and everything like that, and then he's going to have to get out of here pretty quick.
Yeah, Charles, I don't think so. He doesn't set the rules here. He comes into our house, and we tell him how it goes down, pal. So, text him back. Does he know that we had...
Who's in
What
space?
was that?
Who's in space?
That's kind of weird. All right, Charles, let him on.
Hold on.
Who does he think he is, A-Rod?
Even then.
What is going on?
With what?
I don't know.
Oh, you blocked somebody? Chris?
I did.
Somebody blocked Yappy Singh.
Oh, we should have let him in. He was our one viewer, dude.
Is that the guy with the
that's
mask?
called trolling. Yeah, that's called trolling. That's not viewing.
I know. Was he on? Did he try and get in?
Yeah, he was
No,
on.
he was in.
Oh, he was in? I didn't
What-
see him.
Brooke's better at this. Why is this guy doing this?
Just because he's
He's a troll.
He's a
like
troll,
he
dude.
wants to disturb our flow and be obnoxious.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I wouldn't have blocked him if he was in here, engaging, but he's not. So.
That's a good point.
And that way, since more than two people have blocked him, and that'll go away, and that'll open up that spot.
I never even saw him.
He's still there.
You're not missing much.
Is he still there? You know why, Charles, I'm not seeing all this stuff? Is because I've got a split screen with the SB chat.
Hey, Kevin Mench is here.
Why don't you bring it in the top and minimize it on the top? That way you can watch the bottom of
Welcome,
everyone's
Kevin.
faces.
I got you.
Hey,
That's the way I do mine.
Mench!
Danny, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's up, Mitchie? How you doing?
I'm good. Oh, there's so many people. I'm like, what am I looking at?
You've never done this?
Welcome aboard. Hello.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
in trouble, dude.
Why?
Because you've never done this. We're going to just slam you, man.
No, we're not. This is a very good group.
What's up, Mench?
Long day, but a productive day, I might say. Because my Flyers put a beat down on Pittsburgh.
There you go.
That was a crazy.
It's hockey season. It's hockey season, by the way.
Yeah,
Mench, you're
which
feeling
is why you
right?
should join SportsChat.tv this week, because we're doing a playoff special. Just saying.
Yeah. The only problem is I can't bite my tongue when it comes to hockey.
That's why, yeah, and on my show you can say whatever.
It's not. It's uncensored.
Yes, it is.
This is all uncensored, man. This is not like old days when we used to cover you in sports, man.
Oh, there's censors.
All right.
Who's
How many
censors
people are on?
then?
How many people are on here?
There's
It's like
170
18 and over,
million
Chad.
people on here.
Yeah.
But, hey, don't laugh. It's true. There's
Yeah.
170 million people on Google Plus, and you got only 10 allowed at a time. You barely got in, by the way.
Only
you had
10
to
at a time. Huh?
fight your way in, basically.
We made a spot for you, man.
And what is this? Now, what is this all about? Is it just people just shooting the shit with whatever?
Yeah, well, it's basically sports business people here. We'll kind of go through the list. Look to your left. Let's give them a little breakdown. Look to the left. Go ahead and say who you are in 5 seconds and move on. Go. And where you're from.
Brad Harrison. I'm at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Brooke Brown, I'm in Arizona. Have my site, media relations.
Go, Chris.
Chris Cosmala, I work in corporate sales at LSU.
Chris Yates, Mench covered you for 10 years. Used to call you Shrek. You hated it. Now you love it. Next.
I'm Eric Wallace, and I'm in Phoenix, and I'm just a citizen, just watching.
Okay.
Charles Hogan with Shared Calendar Events.
He's with Google.
He wants to be with Google. Hey, Mitchie, what's up? Since leaving the Rangers, I've been out consulting and really doing a lot of focus on sports and social media and how sports teams should be using social media to engage with fans and sell more tickets.
Pam.
I'm Pam Shavatkin. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area, and I have a media and marketing advertising focus for sports.
So basically, Mench, this is the new media. This is the way the world works now. Basically, interaction and people can do their own deal. So
The new what?
I know you wanted to talk about if this is the way people interact nowadays, man. The old schools print radio, TV. This is the future. So congrats.
So
involved.
So on Twitter, Mench, from 8:30 to 9:30, there's a sports business chat that just talks about all areas of sports business. And about, 10 weeks ago, Yates, we started these Google Hangouts during the same time to kind of talk about the questions in real time. And now they're kind of taken off, and we've gotten a on-air broadcast so people can just watch us from wherever they are around the world, and it's kind of cool.
And we thought we could multitask and be on the Twitter as well, but I've failed miserably at that, to try and keep up with both. It's hard.
We're only in question 2, so it's all right.
What's that?
We're only on question 2, so it's okay.
Okay. But it is hard to keep up with both.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, tell us what you think about this new world and stuff. You being a former baseball player, when it was already hard enough to interview with radio and newspaper and TV, and now athletes have this, how difficult or how much more exciting can this be?
It just adds another dimension to it more than anything. I remember when Twitter and all that stuff first started out, it was one of those things where, you didn't really have the time for it. But now as I've gotten out and people want to know how they can keep in touch with me and follow what I'm doing, and I've found it's the best way to do it.
Anybody else want to throw something at him? Throw a pitch at him.
Well, I think Google Plus and on-air Hangouts and Hangouts in general are changing the way people can communicate and actually bringing people a little bit more closer as opposed to dividing them. Everybody can get their opinions out without the stigma of anything possibly coming back to haunt them in a way. And you can be uncensored, and you can say what you want to say, and people, either can choose to respect that or not. So I like it. That's why I do my show here.
Yesterday I was at a hangout with, I think, the Google Plus producer. I'm not sure who he was. There was quite a bit of viewers, and I think with something like this...
Did he just fall out?
What?
Oh, did he just fall out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
He's new. It was. Hey, don't feel bad. It wasn't your question, Wallace. Don't worry.
I was just about to ask him about his batting cage. It looks like he's partnered with Jenny Finch, and they've started a.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was at the one here in Dallas. They've opened a hitting academy.
Yes, I need my kids that is starting baseball next week, a first grader. Mench needs to help him out.
You know what? I can do it for you, Chris.
Really?
I love to teach hitting.
Are you good at teaching baseball?
Yeah, pretty good, I think.
Okay.
I hate to do this, y'all, but I gotta go.
Why do you hate to do it?
Well, because I wish I could stay later, but I can't.
That's cool.
Hey, Brooke.
What?
Look, if you follow, I don't know if you're following Mench yet on Twitter, but if you follow him and just kind of mention that your hangout again or your
my show on Wednesday?
I bet you can get him on there.
Okay, sweet. And let me know if any of y'all want to join.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, see you guys later.
See, I'm having, ever since I did something wrong here.
We're dropping people left. There's Menchie back.
Hey, Mench, you back? Way to go.
Something happened to me, too. I'm not sure what it was.
That's all right.
It's
New technology, still in beta.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It kicked me off again or something.
Hey, Charles, as a producer, give an idea.
They're doing testing this evening.
Hey, Mench, we'll kind of give you a background real quick because it's really hard your first time in, and then we'll kind of chat. But right now, like if someone's talking, you could push their bottom picture and they'll be up full screen, okay?
Gotcha.
And then the person talking is in green, so that's me right now, so you see the green deal. And then
no, mine says
so basically, if you ever want to see who's who or whatever, pull the cursor over on the individual, and then their name pops up below them. You can push that while you're on live, and then it shows who they are and what their story is. So it's kind of cool. Did we lose him again?
No, he's there.
Yeah, now he's in here twice.
Can you hear us, Kevin?
You're in
Yeah.
here
He's all right.
So right now, so like if you go under someone's name or their picture, okay?
Yeah.
You'll see the name below it. You can click on the name below it while you're live, and they'll tell you who that person is. So there's so much you can do while you're on live. It's pretty cool, if that makes sense.
Hey, Mench, why don't you tell us a little bit about your Hits 400?
He's going in and out, in and out, in and out. It looks like tonight is just not going to work.
That's all right.
It keeps kicking me off.
Oh, well.
Mench, I was going to say, give us a little something about Hits 400.
It's just a new kind of batting cage. It's it gets away from the norm of the warehouses, the cold feelings, a lot of these places now have like these non-compete clauses. It's basically like an open gym, but a higher end open gym where you can if you do lessons and stuff, you can come and go as you please. All we want is you to bring the people in. And the more we open, the more stores we open. Say we have one in Fort Worth and one in Dallas. Say you train in Fort Worth, but somebody wants to do it in Dallas, you can go to Dallas and still use the facility. And it's all going to be same ownership as opposed to these other places that are independently owned. So if you don't do a lesson there, they're not making money.
And what age are we talking? Can you? Because I got a first grade.
It's just like a regular batting. It's just like a batting cage. Anybody from 6 to 60 can come in and hit.
Well, I got a 7-year-old that's starting baseball next week, so I'm gonna bring him by your place.
Okay, they have. It's pretty neat. Have you guys seen the pictures or anything?
Yeah, I did. It looked really neat.
I did, yeah.
I hit off the pro batter.
I posted a video in our streams, and
it's pretty neat. You guys come in just it's more of just kind of a stress reliever. Come in and hit off that pro batter. It feels like what it's like to actually stand in a batter's box, and they'll throw upwards of 100 miles an hour.
And it's in Plano?
Yes, the first one is. It's on the corner of Coit and Hedgecock.
Okay.
And they're going in and all those CVS, they had to buy when they bought Eckerd's, they had to close so many stores. So we already have a structure. We're just renovating the structure.
So how many are you going to put in?
This is the first one. I'm not sure where they're going from this. They said they would know in a few months. So I'm not sure how many they're planning on opening.
Are you involved in the ownership group, or are you just involved helping them out, or what are you doing?
I will be as we progress. Right now I'm just out, trying to find the instructors, trying to find the right people. You want people that are good people, that can understand, are good teachers. So that's the biggest thing.
Wow, this is.
Wow.
Who's talking?
Mench, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
normally it's not this
choppy. A bunch of people off.
What's that?
We kicked them. There's a bunch of people on there now. There's only, 7?
It's in the network packets froze or something.
Yeah, they're kind of going in and out, so.
It's usually not this choppy.
That's a female voice, and I don't see any
people.
Hey,
Cool,
Mitch, what do you think about? I know.
Oh, there she is.
There you go. Well, are you impressed, shocked by what the Rangers are doing, going to the World Series 2 years in a row? I bet you that it's kind of exciting, the fact that you played with the team.
It is. It's great, especially for the true fans that have been here since day one. As you know, nowadays it's so easy to get on the bandwagon. Like I said, they'll take it. The people are along for the ride. But the true fans that have been here from the beginning, those are the people that means the most too. And like you said, they've drawn in so many fans that were just kind of on the fence type people. But this is the unfortunate thing is this will always be a football town. Like I said, they're trying to.
I don't know anymore, man.
They're trying to make it a baseball town, but I don't know.
The Cowboys have rubbed some people the wrong way here in town.
Yeah, but not really. They really have to rub long and hard.
Yeah, that's Jerry.
It's been a decade, man.
I hate the Cowboys anyway.
I know, Philly boy. Your fans are great, though, in Philadelphia.
Well, he's alienated a bunch of. Did you guys watch any of the hockey game today?
No, why? What did you do?
Any of those highlights?
Yeah.
Yeah, those fights were pretty crazy.
You guys are probably watching baseball all day anyway.
Well, the craziest thing I saw from that is the fact that with all those penalty minutes that Matt Cook did not have any penalty minutes today. That's the craziest thing I saw, is that Cook didn't have any penalty minutes today in the middle of all that for Pittsburgh.
But I mean, that's what that city's about. Just nobody's going to push it around, and those are the best sports fans when it comes to just knowledgeable and just passionate. I mean if you just hear the fans there from the drop of the puck, they're into it. It doesn't matter what sport it is, and you find that more in the north with where the fan bases have been there from day one.
Are you talking about Philadelphia?
Down here where new success. Just any of the northern anywhere up north. I mean, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, D.C. Yeah. The fans that have been there from forever.
When I was working with
somebody wrote an article. They're talking about the Rangers Angels is going to be trying to compare it to the Yankees Red Sox, and I'm going, wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
No.
It takes years and years to.
That's why the Cowboys and the Eagles and Redskins and Giants.
Go to a game at Yankee Stadium or Fenway Park and watch how many people keep score, and then go to the ballpark in Arlington and see how many people keep score. That's the difference.
Well, but it's also too. It's not just I don't think it's a regional thing. I disagree with that. I think it's more of a. You look at the Dallas Cowboys playing the Philadelphia Eagles. That's one of the best rivalries around. Cowboys Giants. Or you go to Los Angeles and you've got those teams playing each other. It's not just a regional thing. I think it's just a history of teams playing each other for so long. So I don't know if it's just East Coast teams. I don't know if it's.
I think it's just the established fan bases that have been. I mean, like you said, out in LA, the Dodgers fans have been there. Raiders fans have been there forever.
Giants, I mean, it's big.
And they've just, they've just like here they're just.
It's all about the history of
those games are always sold out.
You know the thing about selling sports. The thing about selling sports.
It's what it's about. It's just about.
The thing that I've found about selling sports in Dallas for as long as I've done it is that there's a lot of really good sports fans, but their favorite teams are there, and there. They'll come out and support you if you're winning, but if you're not winning, they don't really care because their favorite team is somewhere else.
It's a winner's town, yeah.
Well, it's because so many people move here for their jobs. They didn't grow up here. There's so many transplants.
Yeah, and you can probably say that about Atlanta as well. I mean,
transient.
I went to Thrashers games. I had fans tell me, I'm cheering for the Thrashers tonight, but I grew up in Boston, and the Bruins are here next week. I'm cheering for them.
Atlanta is the most similar market to Dallas that I've worked in, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because it's so big and so far apart from. I mean, you like the Northeast. I mean, 6 hours. There's 8 hockey teams within 6 hours that just
that's a good point.
Beat on each other. It's. I mean, here the Cowboys are their closest rivalries halfway across the country.
Yeah, but it goes. I'm telling you,
fans all interact with each other and just
It goes back to special memories of teams playing each other. If two teams, only have one great game, but teams that play for 30 years, and you can go to the 70s, the 80s, and 90s, and they always have close games, and they hate each other. Those are the games and the rivalries that really matter. And it has really nothing to do with, cities. I think there are great sports fans everywhere, but they need to have that hatred for another team sometimes.
And that's what you see, just going back to the market.
That's here, if you hate somebody.
Yeah. And that's why I think in some areas college football is so huge because you got people, like, for instance, Robert, you got kids, they grow up hating the University of Florida or Auburn. What school their parents went to. You grew up with the intense dislike for that.
Yeah, but the why that happens is because it's grown up and it's a generational thing and it's passed down from family.
I think too,
it's back to that history
with the proximity, like you said. Yeah, with the proximity with the football, like you said, SEC. I mean, those fans, they travel to each game. Yep. Here. Like you said, if a Cowboys fan or Rangers fan wants to go to a division hangout, they've got to fly to California or they got to fly to Philly.
That Rangers thing's messed up.
Yeah, I mean, New York, if I'm a New York fan, I want to go to see him play in Boston, I can drive to Boston, take the train. The fans just follow wherever. I think that's what creates all this.
Yeah. Yeah, but I used to fly with the team with the Cowboys, and we'd go to Philadelphia, and I'll tell you what, I don't care if you're flying all the way to Philly, there's hatred there, man. They hate the Cowboys. It's the worst team they hate.
Oh, I know.
Dude, I interviewed fans in the parking lot, and they said, we would rather beat the Cowboys than win the Super Bowl. And I love that. That was great.
And like with like you said, with all the rivalries, you can throw records out the window.
Yeah.
You know, they don't mean anything. Anything can happen. That's the best part, like I said, about especially college basketball when they start playing their conference. I mean, teams can be at the bottom of the conference and just beat the crap out of the teams that are at the top. It's just amazing how they just seem to rise to the occasion when that happens. When they know their fans are in it and they know that they hate the other teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's another reason why people have been so frustrated with all of the changes and the changing of people going to different conferences and what have you, because that's when all of these rivalries they're breaking up.
Yeah.
And so when somebody like Pittsburgh and Syracuse and West Virginia,
A&M leaving the Big 12.
It's just all the years of those hard rivalries, regardless of how good the teams are that year. It's always been a big game because it's just a hatred that they've learned. So, and another thing is when like Kentucky, for example, when they've have all of their freshmen playing and they've been like a one and done team the past 3 or 4 years. When they have a team like that who is not familiar with rivalries and what it is to understand and have grown up around it and been in the school for X number of years, it's just you don't have that same feeling you once did, and it's unfortunate that a lot of those kids today don't want to stay around and be in college to experience that because it's such a great thing, and it's unfortunate that it's come to that level.
Yeah.
When you're a lottery pick, though, you shouldn't have to wait if you're going to be in the lottery, So I think at the one and done, Coach Cal is taking advantage of that. And, it is sad. I mean, when we were growing up, or with some of us here, when we were growing up, a lot of the guys just stayed 3 or 4 years, and things have changed.
And I think that was part of the reason with the whole Cam Newton.
I don't know. I guess, I saw this. Yeah. I saw, UConn's can't play in the NCAA tournament next year because of what? Their academic averages are below whatever, I forget what they called it. But I can't even imagine if they run that against Kentucky and see what they do. If kids are there for a year, how can they even put them on that kind of a thing?
Well, the APR, basically the APR, the only breakdown with that is that the kids.
Is that what it is?
Yep, the APR. The kids actually will finish that second semester. So they're in good standing with the school. The kids at UConn, too many of them were going, to the camps, going with their agents and not coming back to camp the second semester. And that's what, in turn, hit them, and that's why they can't go to the tournament.
Well, it's funny because Ken's giving me the horns down, I'm giving the horns up, and it's a 100-year rivalry that's ending. That's horrible. And I blame the Aggies for whining and leaving.
It's all about money.
Hey,
yeah, but where's that money going to? Is it going into sports or academics?
They got tired of being the little boy and they had to leave.
Oh, whatever, Yates.
Going where they can hide the academics and hand it to players.
Good luck with Chris over there at LSU, man.
Hey, well, LSU bought their way out of the contract with the Aggies because they kept going 0-1 to start the season in the early 90s. And that was the same time the Aggies were beating Longhorns 7 in a row. So, it all comes around, goes around,
There was a lot of bad years for LSU football. Everybody knows that. There was a lot of very, very dismal years.
I'm just happy to be in such a fine conference as the SEC and not
there you go.
to honor the Titanic's 100th year of the anniversary, heading for the iceberg like the Big 12.
Y'all are so sweet. Now
I can't watch college football until they figure it out.
You're not going to be happy when LSU and these guys pound you.
We just won a playoff, guys. We won a playoff.
No play. No, do it like 1AA does it, and then I'll watch college football.
That's right.
What is that?
That would be good.
Play.
Exactly.
That would be really good.
They sit around for 3 weeks before they play a bowl game. I mean,
But Mitch, you can't take away from the school time for the kids. They've got to be in the classroom studying. They don't have time.
During winter break.
They don't have time to go
These guys
for
are
a
off,
break.
yeah.
Hey, Mench, I got a question for you. People have been talking about athletes when they leave and stuff. You're someone that has left the game. You made really good money, millions. I don't know I can't look up all your salary, but you had good coin in the bank. How are these guys getting broke afterwards? I mean, the stats are ridiculous. That these athletes cannot live after they're getting bankrupt and stuff. How does that happen? How is that even possible?
I mean, what is it? Is it basketball and football players that are doing it?
Yeah, football. 68%, I think, of former NFL players go bankrupt.
That's incredible.
NBA.
Well, most of them, I guess, they're posses and they have like 10 cars and they just think the money's going to be there forever and the well runs dry. You've got to figure it out. How to, because like I said, it's not always. We were talking tonight. It's not like Bill Gates, where money actually does grow on trees for him. You've got to figure out a way to be smart about it. Sometimes those kids are given a lot of money at a young age and just throw caution to the wind.
And how did you manage it? How did you do so well with it?
I got married.
The IRS taxes you every 2 weeks.
Yep. That's about right. Probably more than that. And like you said, you just find, as you've gone through this, meeting a lot of people, making a lot of friends, you find other avenues. And, here's where it's brought me. And like I said, I've got a couple other business things going that are, they're helping people out around here. I'm also helping out an orthopedic firm out here called Trinity Orthopedics as they're trying to expand their business. So I'm helping them out as well. So, I mean, it's good, just keeping myself in the community as much as I can and at the same time being able to raise my kids.
Hey, Kevin, was that something you thought about when you were playing, like taking care of your brand and like setting yourself up for opportunities after? Or was that just something just kind of happened because you're a likable guy?
I guess it's something that just happened. I mean, I didn't really think about, oh man, what am I, how am I going to be perceived or whatnot. I mean, what you see is what you get. That's just the way I was raised. I mean, I shoot right from the hip. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm just going to be straight with you. And people might not like your honesty, but it might hurt or whatnot. But you know what? There's not enough of that today. Just being honest with people. If I don't like you, I don't like you. Don't take it personal. Just move on. That's just the way I was raised. So I don't know. Like I said, I just tried to make the most of every opportunity, and hopefully that, like I said, it rubbed off on some people.
It's something that we talk about on here a lot about.
Do what?
Athletes using social media to try to work, to set themselves up for their personal brand, but they can also help their team market and sell more while they're playing if they were active and on Twitter and Google Plus and things like that. So.
Well, you were good to deal with. I didn't hate dealing with you.
I've seen now that a lot of that. I think the other three sports are taking advantage of the players and just they're trying to help them out to plan for the future. I guess they probably, like you said, they've seen, what did you say, 68% of basketball or football, whatever.
That's incredible.
I think they've seen that, so they've got to help them somehow figure out how to manage.
But you know what though? At 21 and 22, they're not going to listen.
Hopefully, it'll help those guys down the road.
But they're not going to listen. They're cocky. They're 21, 22. They got
because, like you said,
$10 million. They're like, I don't need you. I don't need to listen. That's the problem.
But it's more of a but it's more of one of those things where, okay, I tried. All right, next.
Yeah.
Players union might need to get more involved.
It's not something that they can, because there's always somebody out there going, well, why didn't the league do this and do that? And then and here they go. They can say, well, I did. I tried.
I always thought it was weird when we would go into to y'all's, deal before a game. It was the most unique experience or different experience for me, at least, covering you guys. And I'd go in, and I couldn't go talk to the Cowboys or, the Mavs, freaking they're about to play a game, and y'all are getting ready for a game. Y'all's dynamic is so different from other athletes that you're ready, you're playing a game, and we're having to try and get sound bites from you before the game. How distracting is that?
I don't think it's distracting at all. I mean, you've come through it. It's something that it's not something that's just new to you right away. As you progress through the system, you see small bits and pieces of it, and then you understand as when you get to the ultimate level, that's going to be more prevalent. So it's one of those things you just brush off really, and they know the limit. But I'm sure there are guys that just can't take it, just get really pissed off at them.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is, and like I said, it doesn't really bother most guys. I mean, there are some days where you just don't want to be bothered, but that's just everybody has those days.
I guess because you have so many games too.
Yeah, and you're there every day. Football, they go to the stadium once a week, and then they practice at another place. So it's not like they're there, hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
They seem to cut it a lot more.
Baseball has a lot of hangout time. You're there hanging out for a little bit before BP and stretch, and then you come in and hang out a little bit before the game, and then you hang out after the game.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. There seems to be a lot more downtime with the other sports.
So I think
they cut it really close to when they show up and start getting ready for the game. Where, you guys used to roll in at like 2:30, 2 o'clock, things like that for a night game. So.
Yeah, you come in, unwind a little bit. There's a media or two just hanging around. You sit down, bullshit with them, and then, you move on. It's not something you don't really notice them unless they're just sitting there with a microphone in your face. But
yeah,
at the same time, it's just one of those things where, hey, it doesn't bother me. I could care less.
A lot of sponsorship-heavy questions tonight on this chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As always.
How long are you guys on here with this?
You can take off.
Huh?
You paid your dues, man.
We're on here for about an hour and a half usually on Sunday.
An hour and a half to 2 hours normally.
That long?
Usually, yeah. So there's a
normally
Twitter chat
during the week
Mench, you need to hit it
for an hour, but on Sunday nights we do about an hour and a half.
Hey, Mench, you can hit it, man. You've given your time.
Do we end it with rock, paper, scissors?
Do what?
Do we end it with rock, paper, scissors?
No, Mench.
All right. You guys are breaking up on me, too.
If you need to hit it, we understand, man. I'm going to come check out that place. He's gone.
What?
I'm going to come check out your batting.
All right, like I said, this was fun. We can do this again.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. Come on. Come on in and check it out. It's like I said.
What days are you there?
Come on up, check it out. And like I said, it's pretty neat. And we got some great food in there as well. So it's something you just come in and hang out and take. I'm not up there every day because it's about 45 minutes from here.
Okay.
And, I usually go up maybe once a week. We don't open until 4 o'clock on the week during the week.
Okay.
And then on weekends it's Saturday. I think it's 9 to 7, and Sunday.
I'll come out on a weekend. All right, I'll come see you on a weekend, man.
So just shoot me a tweet or something, and then I'll see where I am.
It was really nice having you on.
Okay. Like I said, it just varies, really. It just.
Thanks, Ken, for getting him on.
Like I said, it depends with all the Ranger stuff going on. The legacy stuff. Who knows where I go when certain.
Okay.
My pleasure, guys.
Thanks. Thanks, Ken, for getting him on.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
I'm turn this thing off.
You hit the exit button.
I don't know how to.
Shut down the browser.
There's an
problem.
exit button up at the top right.
Top right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Mench, it was good having you. Thanks for coming on.
What's the best sports apps out there, guys? That's the next question.
In terms of streaming, story?
I don't know. He says all the talk of Facebook purchasing Instagram. What are the best sports apps, and which ones are underutilized?
Well, I don't see any that are going to sell for $1 billion anytime soon.
I know. Good point.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what you want out of it.
What's the one the Miami Dolphins use? The fan deal? Y'all know what that one is?
Mm-mm.
No,
No, no.
I'll go look that one up.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, MLB at bat's pretty good. I gotta agree with that.
Thanks. I'm assuming that someone didn't beat me to the punch on that, and you're talking to me.
I was starting to say it, and now I just saw it pop up on here. It's kind of a simultaneous thing.
Well, in terms of apps, the MLB one is good. Score Mobile, you know, so it has the calendar integrated into that, into all the sports. I'm just going through my phone right now, see what else I use, but outside of that,
I think the Miami Dolphins a few years ago, and I don't know if they're still doing it. They had one. It was freaking awesome. Okay, hold on one sec.
Chat going.
Was it the Fin Fanatic?
Where you can watch like on your phone live action, the sideline or the the sideline view or.
I'm hitting that out right now. I think it's YizCam.
No, it was something fan. I forget. I don't know what it is. I read about it though. It was really cool. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where basically, if you're at the stadium, and let's say you're at the end zone, and they're at the other side of the field, and you're like, man, I can't see the action.
Yeah.
They've got cameras on the field where they're shooting end zone camera.
Yes.
And you could watch up from your iPhone the low angle of the quarterback from the stadium.
That's pretty slick.
Or I think they've got 4 different ones. One is they follow the line of scrimmage. They follow the team. They've got the end zone view. They've got the network view, and they've got the sideline of just where they're filming just the coaches talking and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, because at least from a web, not from maybe a mobile version, but I know it sounds similar with when TNT does the NASCAR broadcast. They have a thing where you can go to the NASCAR website and you can pull up 4 camera feeds.
And you can hear the guys in the pits and stuff.
Yeah, so that's so similar to that, and I know that there are a number of race fans that's getting to that. There's a segment of fans that would rather just watch that during the race and actually watch the actual TV broadcasts for various reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, there's fans who have told me, I turn the TV down, I turn my computer, I have the radio broadcast on, I don't want to listen to this TV.
Right. Well, the Masters did a really good job with that too. Where
the mobile app was great, but their social engagement was.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, I'm not saying their social engagement. I'm talking about their
mobile app.
Their app was freaking awesome. You could follow the leaders. You could follow.
Somebody already put that out.
It's really cool.
It was great.
Somebody just put that out.
What?
The Masters app is really good.
Oh, awesome.
It was good.
Maybe they were hearing me. No, it was pretty cool.
Maybe they're just bright.
Yeah, probably so. If you don't, if you listen to me, you're not bright.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying that. I'm reading some here. Sorry, guys.
I guess my question with the Dolphins app is obviously, I mean, how contingent is that on, like any app, is cell reception? How much of an issue is of a concern? You know,
yeah, I don't know.
Because I know that's one concern. That's one of our, I mean, with one of our concerns we have when we talk about apps and mobile. Yeah, it's great to have a mobile app, but when you got, we especially have this problem within our industry is that Sprint is the primary sponsoring carrier, and you hear stories from people, fans, media, everyone else, who do not have a Sprint device, and guess what, on race day, they cannot get reception because Sprint brings in, at least right now, Sprint brings in multiple temporary transmitters on race weekend, and, makes it real easy for you, in theory, if you're a Sprint customer, to get calls out. But if you AT&T or Verizon, you may have issues. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's always the cautionary thing in my mind with the mobile app is just making ensuring everybody can access it.
Well, that's a tough play, you know. Going to the Final Four the last couple of years, even though AT&T is a sponsor, I have an AT&T phone. It's really hard to get text messages out.
Yep.
Even, you know, you're not thinking about making a phone call because you can't hear anyone with all the noise in there. But in terms of text messaging someone, hey, I have, you know, there's some empty seats right next to me, come over. We can watch the game together with another group of guys. I mean, that functionality, even with the extra towers that they put outside, even inside the like in the Superdome, it was taking like 5 to 10 minutes, you know, to get one text through. Again, for 30.
I went this year. I would completely agree. It was spotty at best.
That's what someone just said.
You just said that. There's no doubt that probably 70% of buildings are playing catch-up. And the problem is they're trying to just do little patchwork jobs instead of jumping in with the infrastructure and actually committing to doing it because it's an expensive, you know, deal. And some teams still don't see the full benefit to why social media works, so they don't think it's beneficial to upgrade their buildings. That's the problem.
Yeah, they had a couple of questions where they wanted fan or fan response through their phone. Text this number for the best play ever in the Superdome. And I really didn't think that the data that was coming through was accurate.
Yeah. Hey, Miguel, why do you go to all the Final Fours?
My cousin coaches at Kentucky, but also,
really?
you know, the family's always been in basketball. I had a younger brother who coached at Vermont, another brother who played at Wichita when they went to the Sweet 16 and 06.
What is he, assistant coach there?
Yes. Lead recruiter, Orlando Antigua.
And he's on the bench?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
so he's a national champion. Way to go.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, it was more of a business trip, you know. So it was kind of we didn't get to really party too much, you know.
Yeah.
So
Kentucky dominated that whole tournament, man.
They did. I just you know, it's just really nice that you know, good guy, works hard, is able to get it.
Tell your cousin to take it easy, man, because the March Madness was boring this year. I mean, seriously, it was kind of boring. It was anticlimactic. So tell him to.
You think?
It's horrible. That national championship game was so boring. Y'all just mowed everybody down.
Okay, you know. So then, I think the bigger issue then is with the way the NCAA, the way they kind of try to keep the stronger teams in the pod. So depending on the year, I mean, there weren't that many buzzer beaters this year. I mean, there were a lot of close games though. I just hate when you have a hot team like Wichita, they get a 5 seed, and then you throw another mid-major at them, and then you eliminate, you know, 2 mid-majors right in a 5-12 game when usually a 12 is going to win.
Yeah.
One of those matchups, you know. So it was kind of disappointing since so many people have Wichita going to at least Elite 16 or Elite 8, but that's, you know, that's the draw.
Well, this was a boring year for the tournament, but good for Kentucky.
Yeah. You know, you have some stories, though, going into that, you know, a rematch with Louisville and a rematch with Kansas.
Ohio, Chris.
Yep, definitely.
You know, it's pretty interesting. In our office, we had a UNC and an Ohio University grad within the same office.
Nice.
It was pretty intriguing.
Yeah. You know, I was rolling with Ohio because a couple years ago they beat Georgetown in that 3-14 game here in Providence.
Yes, they did.
So, and then also on top of that, the AD who's now at Ohio, he was the AD at Wichita when my brother played there. So, you know, it was nice to see him go to a school that at least has football, because that's what he always wanted to do. So, you know, and they kind of got hosed at the end of that North Carolina game. Sometimes you kind of feel that the refs eat the whistle, and that lower seed has to make that shot, you know. And you know, they had an opportunity, and they lost in overtime. So it's kind of, you know, kind of sad, but you kind of feel sometimes for the ratings. But Butler did make it to 2 title games, you know, and 2 out of the last 3 years. So there goes your upsets and your what you wanted this year. I mean,
I know.
The last 2 years.
Y'all are too good, man.
Well, this year, yes, but I don't know about next year. It depends how many of the kids leave.
So what are your thoughts on that one and done? As a basketball
That's the rule. For me as a purist, I grew up with the guys at least staying the sophomore junior year. These kids got to take out insurance policies, so technically they cost almost $16,000. I mean, those are the guys though who are going to be in the first round at least, but still, it's the rule. That's the way it is right now. I wouldn't mind the NBA saying, hey, the kids got to stay at least 2 years. I think the kids would benefit from that. Programs would benefit from it. College basketball would benefit from it. But I'm more of a fan, now that you have the first four, because the NCAA bought the NIT a couple years back because, they were in financial turmoil, I kind of feel that if they went to a 96-team field, the first 32 teams, you could protect the top 32 teams, have one playing game of 64. The first 32 that lose are your NIT field, and then you reseed those bottom 32 with the 32 that were protected. I know a lot of people aren't proponents of that, but maybe that'll get the conversation going for maybe a football playoff.
You can only hope.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, the SEC doesn't want to see that. Just I kind of feel bad for the Oklahoma States of the world, even though they should have won that game against Iowa State. But you go vote. If I'm Les Miles, I don't know if I'm voting for Saban for a rematch. I don't know if I'm doing that. I know SEC for life, whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to vote for the best teams out there. And I know the allegiance is always going to be to your conference first because you might need that vote at some other time in the future, but, I mean, you got shut out.
And I was kind of personally hoping Oklahoma State would have played LSU, if anything, just because of how entertaining the Paul Finebaum Radio Network would have been the next Monday after that happened. Because
no question about it.
You guys have never listened to that. I don't know if you could describe it, how insane that show is, that deal is.
I just, it's just crazy how, you don't have a +1 or anything like that. At least we got the computers and we have some voting involved. But at the end of the day, teams got to win games, kind of like Oregon, losing to USC late in the season. And, I mean, they had their chance against LSU early, even though it was neutral field, to make some noise. So it's a tough deal. And, I mean, the SEC's won the seven titles in a row or 6 national championships. I mean, so they're the power league. And I can't wait to see, what transpires this year for 2012, 2013. If the world doesn't come to an end, right, guys?
Hey, now.
Yeah.
Isn't it already predetermined? Aren't we all done?
Well, I don't know. December, right?
There's been some great marketers, though, that have taken advantage of some great ads. I thought they've been pretty good. Some great insurance and investing ads I thought have been pretty good.
Like Chevy, I know Chevy had their Super Bowl commercial. And I think Ford got a little aggravated with them, but I think they had a 2012 themed Super Bowl commercial.
Did you guys see that commercial in the NHL playoffs? I think it was for Verizon with the phone. The guy's frozen underneath the ice, and the phone's still going with the highlights.
Oh no, but it's pretty clever.
Yeah. I kind of thought that was one of the better ads out there, even though I'm not a Verizon guy, but.
Sorry, I've been getting involved on this SB chat.
Yeah, I kind of lost a little focus there.
It happens.
Plus trying to catch up with this hockey and the Devils loss, and hopefully the New York Rangers can bounce back from that overtime loss.
Don't mention the Rangers.
No, hey, yeah, let's talk about that.
Could you name any other team but them? That'd be
Any
great.
other team but them.
Hey.
Oh, wait a minute. All right,
Loosen up on
so
them.
Red is from D.C. area, so she has to be a Caps fan.
I am a Caps fan.
Okay.
I never even thought about them at all until now.
Really?
Well, down here, I'm kind of orphaned down here with the Thrashers being in Winnipeg, so we're kind of whatever.
Hey, they held on there. They held their own today, though. I was a little worried about them, but they held their own today.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to talk about the Rangers.
Yeah, do not talk about the Rangers.
Only
Well,
the
you're not
Texas
because
Rangers.
Although, if there was a cool factor of the Devils losing, it's that all the rats got thrown on the ice again.
I saw that. I saw that. I wanna
1996
interrupt.
all over again.
Yeah.
Man, people are still bringing it up, Pam. I'm not the one bringing it up, and it's still up there.
So even if people bring it up, just say, I'm done talking about it. I've been talking about it for 4 days.
No, this is so much fun.
It's not. It's just annoying.
You and I differ greatly on your definition of fun.
Then ignore it.
I've already blocked you.
Good. I'm glad.
The Super
That's
Bowl.
why I'm moving to Knoxville to get away from you.
I figured.
I have a question. Did LSU pick up a new basketball coach yet?
They did.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did actually.
From
And I wanna ask
UNT,
you
right?
about this.
From North Texas.
He was at North
Oh.
Texas for 12 years.
Wow.
Okay.
He made 2 tournaments in 12 years. Does that give you an LSU job? Although he's an alumni, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's an alum here. He worked here for a while, but I
Yeah,
don't
he
know
worked there.
Was
Oh, I
did
thought
they
he
actually
worked
go here? Okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys. You guys filled me in on that.
You bet, McGraw. This is your first time in here, huh?
Yes, it is, sir. Yeah, you know what? The wife walked by.
Are you bored to tears?
Rule number 1, don't call any of us sir.
Okay.
Please.
Or madam.
Or madam. I wouldn't do that to you. Since I'm obviously much older than you.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Pam, you're going to like that one. I sent another one out. Sorry.
That's
Fine, I'm ignoring it, like you said.
Oh, darn. I should have messaged you.
There you go. What do we think about the end of this strike-shortened NBA season? Can I discuss the Knicks or the Heat?
You can talk whatever you want, man.
I am
What's
rooting
the NBA?
This is open now.
Oh, that's right. When the other gentleman who was talking about the Rangers and stuff, and we were talking about rivalries and everything. So I was just sitting there like, you start talking about the NBA, everyone waits till the playoffs, kind of like all the Michael Jordan fans back in the day. You're a Sports Center fan. Oh, yeah, I watched the Bulls play all year. Yeah, right. Can't even name the entire roster or half the roster, so.
Where did Luke, what was his name? Not Luke Longley, but what was his name?
Oh, Luke Longley.
Which,
Was it
about
Luke
that guy.
Longley?
well, he was a center for them, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was right. Wow, I pulled out my
That was great.
mid-1980s basketball knowledge.
That was impressive, man.
Oh,
on
very
display.
impressive. I thought you were going to pull out like Bill Wennington and all the other guys, too.
Oh, it's so fun. I can remember all those guys. I can't tell you all the guys now.
That was about the last time that I really was interested in the NBA, and I'm, work in the sports business, so.
So I guess Chris was right. The MB what?
What's this NBA you're talking about?
People talk about
You got a team down there.
They're probably
789,000 impressions tonight.
I hear Lamar Odom's going to play for them next year at the Hornets.
Oh, great.
Who are the Hornets? I actually heard a great one-liner yesterday. Lamar Odom is the perfect Kardashian. He makes millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing.
I love
it.
that. That's
Absolutely
classic,
right.
dude.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
And
I don't know.
it's accurate.
I don't know how they make a paycheck,
I wish I could figure that model out.
Well, the model started, though, with one of the sisters having a tape, and then we went from there.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to do that.
There you go.
You don't want to see a Chris Yates sex tape out there. That's
Hey, now.
Oh,
Charles,
God.
can you delete that from the record button,
I
please?
just finished eating, kids.
Hey, they don't even want me to tweet about the New York Rangers. Do you think they want a other tape deal? No.
Well, not everyone. I shouldn't say everyone. We have one person who's complaining that the team put a gag order on him. I just don't think the with, just imagine after getting your butt handed to you last night.
I love that. Bring it.
The possible tweets that could have been out there. I don't know what the NHL's, their rules are in terms of handing out fines for criticizing officials or anything of that nature, but hey, they're the 1 seed. I don't even want to see them on Twitter until after the playoffs.
Hey, 789,000 impressions on SB Chat tonight.
That's pretty solid.
That's awesome.
So is everyone
and
like
12 viewers on our Hangout.
nice?
Woo! Nice.
Lou
Yes.
with 172,000 impressions. I was second.
We have 4
Matt
people watching
Collier.
right now.
Oh wow.
Is Lou up in New England?
Hey,
Yeah.
Okay.
how's Mala?
Yeah.
You were top 10 in number of tweets. Way to go.
Was I?
Yeah.
I'm honored. Do I win something?
No.
Oh.
You get free tickets to a Knicks game.
You had 16
Who are
tweets
the
in
Knicks?
number 10.
You get to put your sign in there with a thing over your...
Can I put my sign up next week or sometime this week?
No.
Well, how do we need to figure out this sponsorship thing, or I'm not coming
Yeah, you
back.
should put a picture of your face right over top of where it says...
What's the point?
Or abnormal situation manager.
Charles, you said we would monetize this. What are you talking about? I want to talk to Google. You're silent.
Let's call him.
What
Get
is
on
our
that
Google?
telephone.
Go.
I'm talking. I have everything unmuted.
Chris
My
Yates,
microphone's moving.
145 impressions. Nice.
How many?
145,000 for you. Nice job.
I usually have more. I was not focused. If I could get about 200. My best is 220.
You tweeted out 44 times? No, that was Lou. My bad.
Yeah, it was Lou, 43. I only did 18.
I can't type that fast. If only there was like a video version of Twitter.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
There is TwitVid.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
actually, no, there is. It's called Tout.
You mean
T-O-U-T.
I know. I love Tout. Tout
Tout's
Rock.
And that's
so
essentially
short,
what
though.
it is.
That 15-second video clip action?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's pretty much just as long as you would get in 140 characters.
You think so?
That's very
Yeah,
shackling.
I mean, if you... Yeah, I mean...
About the same, yeah.
It depends what you're trying to share with people, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. That's fine. All right, I got to rock and roll. Y'all take over. Not that I really was in control anyway.
Yeah, you did a fine job.
I didn't do anything.
Hey, we'll see you next time I'm in Dallas, Mr. Yates.
Hey, thanks for bringing him on, man.
That's good.
I'm lining up. I'm trying to line up.
have a good night.
I've
Well,
been.
Get out of here.
Hold on. I'm not finished. When I sign off, I actually talk a little bit. You trying to kick me off early?
Wow.
But
You should hold Emmy next to you when you say that.
I haven't hold
No,
up
you gotta
the meeting
leave.
in a while.
Get out of here.
I only show that off when I need it. When I get someone mouthing off. No, I'm kidding. Monetizing shouldn't be about YouTube. Okay.
Well, go ahead and
Is that your
talk. You have the
response?
floor.
You couldn't say that just instead of typing it? Oh, I do?
Yeah, I can't respond.
But anyway, we're trying to get some pretty good guests
Does
in
it?
the
I
next
don't
couple
know.
of
You
weeks.
said you couldn't hear me.
Been
Can you hear
contacting more business folks, head of FedEx sponsorships, sports sponsorships, guys like that. We're going to try and get on.
Well, I'll coordinate with you because I got a couple of ideas as well with some like team-type presidents and such.
Okay.
Brilliant.
That would be cool.
I bet I can get.
Yeah.
I bet I
Let's
can
do some
get-
of that stuff.
I bet I can get the Timberwolves president to come on with us.
That'd be cool. Yeah, let's try and do some more of that stuff.
I agree.
I'd be hip for that.
That'd be a good idea. That'd be
All
a
right,
You know what I
Mr.
really
Yates,
want to do?
now.
Hey, Ken, you know what I want to do, though?
What?
I don't want it to just be one guest. We don't need to keep one guest on for an hour. We need to have, like, 15-minute blocks, kind of like Letterman and stuff like that. And say, hey, President of Timberwolves, you're on from 8 to 8:15, 8:20ish, and then you give yourself 5 minutes to bring the next person on, give a little bit of buffer if someone's late or whatever. But we need not just one headliner, we need like 3 guests a night. So make it happen.
Cool. I will work on that.
Letterman ends up bringing in a guest and having them sit through the other guests, like a not so popular guest, sit through the more popular guests. So that's kind of what we should do there. So we'll bring them in.
I think you get them out. You don't want to keep people just sitting around. I mean, we're almost as big as Letterman, but, you know, I think we should probably let him go.
He's getting paid from sponsors a little more than we are.
Yeah. So just a thought, guys. So if y'all think of anybody you want on, I know you want to bring on Les Miles when the football season's coming up, Chris. You can do that.
Oh, sure. Right.
Pam, you can bring your dad on.
Chris, how mad would you be if we got Les Miles on?
Wow.
We should invite Pam's dad on. Pam's dad is a legend.
He is a legend.
He would never be able to speak over everyone talking at the same time. So that's not going to happen.
What about your cousin talking about winning a national championship
That's what I was
in Kentucky?
Let's see here. I could, you know what? They have the worst person who micromanages their PR.
Calipari?
No, not him. No. Peavy. And the worst thing that he threw out was remember the Anthony Davis poster, the Michael Jordan's wings looking poster that they gave out to everyone during one of their home games. So I guess some people were getting them autographed, hanging out by the lodge as the players would go back to their dorm-like abode, and they were putting the posters up on eBay. And Peavy, with Kentucky's blessing, was having cease and desist letters go out on eBay.
Wow.
You know, you got people selling posters for $300-$400, you know, and they were given for free. So, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to have an ordinance where you have no loitering outside of the lodge so that people aren't with their little kids sleeping in the car while these guys are trying to get autographs. I mean, I saw it, and I thought it was just ridiculous.
Wow.
You have people who actually, that's what they do all day. They wait for the players to go back and forth from the practice facility to their dorm, and they get multiple autographs on a daily basis. And it probably happens on campuses all over the place, unless you're at Ohio State. But we're not going to get into that.
Pam, people are asking all over the world, what does your dad do?
She's not there, but he's...
No, the chair might answer. Chair, what do you think?
What do I think what?
I'm trying to get an answer from the chair. Her chair's not talking.
We have 5 followers right now on YouTube listening to us.
We have 5?
Chair.
Welcome.
If her dad is there, I just want to say, big Georgetown fan back in the day.
He's been the
not so much lately though.
Play-by-play announcer for Georgetown for years.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
He covered Patrick Ewing and all that.
He goes back probably close to 38 years there. Can the chair answer now?
She just leaves when she wants.
Yeah, it's all right.
Pam, you're up. Go.
What's up?
She can do that. She's a ginger.
What?
Your dad.
Your dad. They were asking what your dad does.
Oh yeah, he's a broadcaster.
That's a great description.
Yeah, for
He
George
talks a lot,
Washington, right?
And he tells people what other people do regularly.
Can you be more or less specific?
He's been at Georgetown since when?
74.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Viewers were asking.
I wonder if John Thompson, what year he was hired. Was that around the time he was hired?
Yeah, Thompson was there, I think, for a couple of years before. 72, I think.
Okay. A little before, I should say a little before my time. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you're the only person that eats on air with us every day, every time. So what's the meal tonight?
It was garlic pesto and pasta.
Okay. You always eat pretty good, healthy
now.
stuff.
There's a lot of Italian.
I like Italian food.
Yeah, I'm an Italian fan.
Can I find Italian food in Knoxville?
I love this,
Actually, you can. There's a hole-in-the-wall place off of Sutherland Avenue. Oh my gosh, what's the name of it?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
The depth.
seriously, it's like a mom and pop place, but you can like bring your own wine and they cork your wine for you.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's seriously like you would never be able to see it from like the main entrance. I have to find out the name, but I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
It's not Naples, is it?
No, Naples is terrible compared.
Okay.
Oh, on the bottom
The stuff, the information we give out here is phenomenal. You just found an Italian restaurant.
In Knoxville.
Excellent.
Yeah, I like Italian and Mexican are my two favorites.
Chris, where's a good place to eat in Athens, Ohio?
Athens, Ohio, best place to eat. I would go to, what the heck was the name? There's a place on Court Street. It's on the west side. It used to be called Sevens, and now it's called something else.
Eights?
It might be called Eights. Hold on, let me bring
or Sixes. It really should be Sixes.
It really should.
Sixes and halves.
Could be. Hold on, let me bring it up.
While you're vamping, Chris Yates, what's the best restaurant in Austin?
In Austin?
In Massachusetts?
It's changed so much since I left there. We like barbecue. Ironworks is phenomenal. And then I've got some pretty good Mexican food, and Hut's Burgers are pretty good. I've been in Dallas too long, so probably Dallas is Javier's if you're going to eat some good Mexican food. You ever been to Javier's, Ken?
Okay.
What?
It's not the best.
It's one of the best.
Brad, I think you're a Georgia Tech or a Georgia guy. I can't remember.
I'm a Georgia guy.
So Athens, Georgia. Go.
Well, if you want the good greasy food, you gotta do the varsity. If you've been through Atlanta, you've probably...
I've been to varsity.
No, we've had the varsity pitch from you already.
Yeah,
that's in Atlanta.
No, I'll tell you another place in Athens. It's called Weaver D's. It is pure up soul food. And the big thing is, if you're familiar with REM.
Oh, that place is good.
Yeah, in fact, one of the REM albums is named Automatic for the People. It's the album name. Well, that was inspired by the slogan for this restaurant. So, and it's a hole-in-the-wall place, too. I mean, if you weave downtown, you're going northeast, there's it's a lime-colored cinder block building. If you go right by it, you miss it. But it's phenomenal. That's good. A place called The Last Resort is good. So, I mean, that's the great thing about Athens. It's got your typical downtown scene right there on the edge of campus. It's a great restaurant scene and also a bar scene, and which turns into problems for the football program during the off season.
I'm sure.
We're on East Broad Street, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it gets crazy down there.
Yeah,
What about you, Miguel? Where'd you go to school? Or where do you live?
I live in Connecticut. I went to UMass. So, but I grew up in the city. I grew up in New York. So it depends. Like around here, we have like the big pizza wars. So you have the coal oven pizza here. So there's a big three. One's modern. The other one is Frank Pepe's. And the other one is Sally's. And Pepe's and Sally's are on Worcester Street, which is kind of like the Mulberry Street or Arthur Avenue of New York City.
Where's the best place for a slice after 11 o'clock in the city?
Chris and Pam, no secret chatting there. I see y'all are laughing about
that's
something.
Tough.
It's easy to figure y'all out. Oh, that's so easy. Come on now.
It's tough on the slice.
Real DMing there.
I'm looking for
that one, God, so
I'm
busted.
looking for my Athens, Ohio restaurant. It's called Stevens.
I busted both of y'all. That was
It's
awesome.
called Stevens. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
But be honest, was it a secret?
I looked up the restaurant for you, Ken, and
Yeah.
I posted it. And it has reviews and stuff.
That was fun.
There it is. Awesome. Thanks.
I saw the
Getting
post
back
and
to your
nodded
question,
and
no, on a
smiling.
slice, it's hard. It depends where you are. If you're in Manhattan, or if you're in Brooklyn and you go to Grimaldi's. Grimaldi's has multiple locations, and they're coal oven. So it just depends, But they do have a Frank Pepe's. They're starting to franchise them out. So you have one up at Mohegan Sun, the casino, up here in Connecticut. You have one in Yonkers on Central Avenue. So I just think, though, the Connecticut pizza, the one in New Haven, I think is better, and that's coming from native New Yorker. So
Excellent.
So if you're
Pam,
ever
I just
I'm
liked that place on Facebook, so maybe we'll go there.
Oh, good.
Sure.
What about you? Where's the best food in D.C.?
Oh boy.
Or I guess you've already kind of answered the question since you went to school in Knoxville. So.
Well, yeah, but Knoxville food is completely different from food in D.C. And people have like different. I mean, there's 15,000 gajillion restaurants, every single type of food that you could think of, because everyone's international here. But I guess like in Adams Morgan downtown, they've got Jumbo Slice, which is pretty epic. It's open until like 4 or 5 a.m. So if you're out at the bars, the slices are literally the size of like a piece of paper. It's ridiculous. They're cheap, and they're like $3. So it's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
And then you've got like Ben's Chili Bowl. That's I'm sure people have heard of before, which is like really like famous for their chili and hot dogs and stuff. And then of course crab cakes, because that's what we're known for here.
Oh, I love crab cakes.
Well, I just want to say thanks for everyone for joining us on Food Chat.
Yeah.
We'll transition
God,
into
someone had popped in now. That would be amazing.
what stadium has your favorite hot dog?
Pam, DC's a cool town.
Fenway is pretty good.
Fun.
Fenway Park. Pretty good for hot dog.
I get my hot dog before I get to the Yankee Stadium.
Well, you play at a whole other different level there in the city because there's so many great little hot dog stands.
Grace Papaya.
Yeah.
That's my spot.
All right, I'm going to pop out, guys. We'll see you all next
Amazing.
week from somewhere.
I think, is Charles, you still on?
I think he's out.
I think his audio is messed up.
See you guys. Bye.
See
See you, Ken.
See you, Ken.
See you, Ken. Where is Charles? Charles, you still there? No.
Yeah, he's blanked out, I think.
Charles.
Charles. I'll just
Maybe he
mess
went to
with
go
him.
walk his dog.
Anyone doing anything
You walk a
special
dog
for the
that
Kentucky
size?
Derby?
That's one place I haven't never gone. I want to go
Yeah,
to.
that's on my bucket list as well.
I've got to go to the Kentucky.
That's on the bucket list, no, for sure.
God, I was about to take off. I want to answer that question real quick. Anybody here been in the Kentucky Derby?
Not me.
Nope.
Nope.
That's I got to do that one. I've
Is it
owned
Millionaires
I've
Club?
owned 2 horses for fun.
What are the names of your 2 horses?
No, it was just 1 year for fun.
We have the Preakness up here, which gets kind of crazy, and then like the Gold Cup coming up, but we don't have anything like.
Here, Miguel, I'll show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to do a Pam. I'm going to leave my chair empty for a minute.
Yeah.
There.
We can't see the chair, though.
But Pam was doing it, though. I mean, she was getting her grub on, and what are you going to
Yeah, I
do?
mean, at least I told you where I was going,
Right?
and then
He
I
said it
showed
talked the
you
whole
what I
time.
was doing after I got what I got. So.
I think he just went for a potty break. He's a little bit older than us.
That's a possibility. Distinct possibility.
I would love to see Les Miles in that room with you.
That wouldn't be weird at all.
No, I wouldn't. Not at all.
Yeah.
Just, he has to wear the white hat, right?
Yep.
There you go, the white hat.
I actually got my dad a white hat now. He wears it anytime he comes to a game. Came for some baseball games last weekend. He still wore it.
Wasn't the team playing during the Final Four? Did they have a homestand?
Yeah, we hosted Arkansas. We swept Arkansas when they were number 3 at the time.
Yeah, I was thinking about going up there for that, but I had that Petrino feeling that it was about to happen. So
Weird.
yes, very. What do you guys think about Jackie Robinson Day with everyone wearing the 42s?
I love it. I think it's a subtle enough way to show the support. They don't have to do any. No one has to compete over who has a bigger display of whatever's. It's just people can celebrate in their own way, I think. I like it.
All right, there's my horse.
What was the name of the horse?
Waco's Cutie.
It wasn't Mr. Ed?
Did you say Waco's cutie?
Yeah. It was, I mean, it was no big deal. It was a terrible, I mean, they're quarter horses, nothing big.
No, it's all right.
It's small time, but it was fun. Loved it. One of the coolest things I've ever done. We owned it for like a year, and then we sold it at the end of the year. It's really not that expensive, believe it or not. You would think it'd be really expensive. A horse for 3 months, training, food, and everything is $10,000 for the year.
Okay. And what about the jockey? How do you go about getting the jockey?
Basically, all you do is you talk to jockeys, say, hey, you know, how much do you charge for training? But it was, you know, I don't have that kind of money, but I, you know, to blow on a horse. So I got 10 friends, and we called it First and 10 Racing. Everybody put in $1,000 for the year. And basically, that paid for training, food, everything. And the first race, we were like in last place. And then it came down the stretch. We ended up winning the race. And we won $8,000 on that race. So then we're like, you know, of course, you know, you could basically make money for the year, but we're stupid, and so we bought a second horse.
Nice.
So we barely broke even, but it was fun.
You were trying to have like 5 horses out there.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was fun, though.
Charles, 80 days, really? Charles?
What's 80 days?
The record for the longest hangout is like 80 days.
Oh, is that the
Right
hangout?
now it's 32. They're doing another one. It's 32 days, 12 hours, 1 minute and 48 seconds.
It's straight?
9 seconds. It's going on right now.
And it's,
You can
is that
join
the
in.
hangout?
Same people, or are like
they-
people changing in and out?
Yeah, what are the rules on
People
that?
rotate in and out. People will like try and stay up as late as
Is that
they
the
can.
hangout
I don't like
group?
that. You should be like consistent. You know, if you're sleeping, you should be like in the background on the couch, like sleeping.
Oh, my God.
No, this
Well,
is the longest hangout. Here,
Charles, the craziest
I'm
thing
gonna
I
put a
did with
link up
that,
in the-
and that was before
mean,
the Google
longesthangout.com.
Charles, you should like, you know, if you wanted to sleep, you can go to the zebra couch behind you, but like we should still be like, sleeping as like everyone else is here hanging out, and then you know I go sleep in the background, and it would be like the same people.
I did do something crazy like that. It was the 30-hour hoops marathon for ESPN. For the first 3 years, I actually had it recorded, and I was streaming the games and stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was just, you know, this year I just said forget it. I wasn't going to do it this year.
Yeah, once you break a record, then it's like, whatever.
You know, it's just a rite of passage, you know. I just decided I didn't want to lose 2 days of work, you know. Take 2 days off when I could just do that going to New Orleans or something. Or maybe to the national championship game next year. Where's the...
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Oh, that's cool.
No. I know basketball is Atlanta, but I mean for football too?
Football is at the Orange Bowl.
Orange Bowl? Okay.
Chris is expecting to be there again.
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's just up the road from us. You know, it's
So is this when we go Bulldogs or Roll Tide or?
Don't say Roll Tide. You know Chris is from LSU.
Yeah, I know. I would never. I'm not a Bama fan like that.
Neither am I.
neither am I.
I was rooting for LSU big time in that game.
Me too.
So was I.
I know. I bet you were rooting for Texas when we were playing Bama in the championship too.
I actually was.
We would have beat them, by the way.
You what?
If Colt McCoy did not get hurt, we would have beat him.
You almost beat him with what's his name? If he doesn't fumble in the fourth quarter and they pick it up running in for a touchdown.
I know. We played a freshman and we almost beat Bama.
Yeah.
Honestly, and everyone thinks I was just being a Longhorn alum, which I am. But I've ripped my own school before, and I've said, you know, we didn't deserve to play that game, but we would have beat Bama with Colt McCoy, no doubt.
No, I mean, if what's his name? Because I remember that play thinking it was over. He got blindsided, fumbled it, and I think it was Hightower. Somebody picked it up, ran it in the end zone.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Ugh.
What do you guys think about the Yankees being on ESPN like all the time?
Well,
the Red Sox.
If you're a Yankees fan, other than that, I mean,
Well, I mean, I have Yes Network. I mean, I really don't. It usually gets blacked out, so we don't get the ESPN game usually, unless it's the game of the week, like tonight.
Well, the thing is, we used to get that complaint a lot. Being, when I was covering sports, same deal. We used to always do Cowboys, Yankees, the big teams, and it's what people want. It sells. It's great. And until other teams prove it with the history or the tradition, you've got to give the people what they want. It's similar to if you're the best steak restaurant in town and only a few people come in and complain that you don't sell scallops or shrimp or whatever. Sorry, dude. We sell steaks and we're the best and we're always sold out. But you're going to have a few people that complain. Well, everybody wants to see the Yankees highlights or everyone hates the Yankees. Same with the Dallas Cowboys. Same with the... You've got to give what sells, and I don't have a problem with it at all.
Since you're in that demographic that would remember, that's me putting it nicely.
Hey, now. Go ahead.
What? No. The question was going to be, do you remember the National Sports Daily, and what did you feel about that paper, even though you might not have been in a big market to get it on a daily basis?
I didn't really pay attention to it. I'm a Texas guy, so I've always been in Texas. I used to read Dallas Morning News, so. Okay. Yeah, so I'd give you an honest answer if I could, but I don't know much. I didn't really pay attention to those guys.
So when you're since you're a Texas alum, so what did you feel about SMU with the documentary with the 30 for 30?
Hi, Brad.
And SMU
Brad.
And how they came to light.
And how they went now?
Eric Dickerson. What were your thoughts on that when SMU came to prominence for a quick minute there, even though they cheated?
Well, SMU.
Come on, you're a Texas guy. Throw him under the bus.
I think SMU is allowing every other program to not get the death penalty because they saw what they did to that university, how they ruined them.
Right.
And the death penalty will never be handed out ever again because of SMU. I think that was too harsh of a penalty, but they had to lay down the law and they did it to them and they had to pay for it. They've never recovered.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a long time, man.
I know. I remember that. Even though I'm a young guy, but yeah.
Pony Express, man. They used to play in Cowboy Stadium. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Texas Stadium.
They showed a couple of games up here, like on ABC back then, and then a CBS game. But there was this one game where it's urban legend that they were down 6 end of the game, and they think they threw a crossfield lateral on a kickoff to Craig James, and he ran it back 90 yards for a touchdown.
Craig James.
Yes.
The Craig James.
The Craig James, yes.
All right, Charles, I'm doing what you said, pausing and doing that deal.
Gentlemen, it's been real. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it, boys.
Cool. Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
All right, brothers.
Take care.
All right.
See you guys. Have a good week.
Bye. See you, Charles.
You
See you, Chris.
See you.
All right, Chris. Thanks, Chris.
Evening.
Thanks for running it, man.
Way to go, Charles.